It is an utterly fascinating house, and it is fascinating because it is the physical expression of this extraordinary spirit and this extraordinary mind. And I was very, very struck by that. If someone said to me, what thing can you give your children when they've finished education, I would say an inquiring mind and the capacity to know how to learn. I've learned far more during my life than I ever learned at school, and that is Jefferson par excellence. This is a deeply inquiring mind and a tremendous spirit, will and knowledge about how you go through the process of learning. And that, I think, was just I didn't expect it, and it was quite revolutionary when I walked into that building. If you go around great houses in Britain, Stratfield, let's say the House of Wellington, the house is so big it submerges the character. It's almost impossible to go around Monticello without, in every corner of every room, feeling the remarkable character of this slightly eccentric, remarkable man. And it lives Jefferson. It tells you who he was better than anything else. The second thing which strikes me and never occurred to me before is that whereas the history of my country goes back over 2,000 years, it's stretched over such a long time. The history of this country has been compressed into a century and a half. And that means you can see it happening. That means you can note the great men, the passage of lifetimes, and Jefferson's lifetimes, and Adams and Benjamin Franklin's saw the foundation of the nation. And the third thing is that, in fact, what he was talking about, and this appeals to me very much, is the empire of the mind. This was more than an empire of military strength or economic strength. It was an empire of ideas and of values. And lastly, I suppose, and this appeals to me very much, is the idea that it is the liberty of individuals, that the differences between us is one of the great revelations of the divine. And it is those differences that have to be celebrated. Now, standing against that is the shocking fact of slavery, which he had to live with and which we must acknowledge as well. So his imperfections are there as well as some of his remarkable things. And that gives you a man of flesh and blood, of remarkable mental ability, remarkable spiritual strength, but nevertheless of flesh and blood.